Hi, this is Pavel with another C# homework, and this one is object-oriented programming techniques. It's an exercise from a book. Let me see. It's Visual C#, an introduction to object-oriented programming by Joyce Farrell. And it's a simple object-oriented exercise. We will be creating a few classes. The first one is class order. That will process our orders, obviously. We sell only one item, single item that costs $19.95. Our class will have 4 variable fields. Here they are: order number, customer name, quantity ordered, and total price. We will do the constructor that will require for the parameters for order number, customer name, and quantity ordered, not the total price, because that is a calculated field. We will calculate quantity order times the price. All right, we need the accessors for each field. Again, get and set, except for the total price, which is not gonna have a set accessor, but only get, because again it's a calculated field. So and we need 3 methods: equal, which will determine 2 orders are equal if they have the same order number; GetHashCode, that will return the order number; and ToString, that will simply output all the information about order. And then we of course have to test it with some mock data, mock values. We're supposed to, of course, make sure that we create at least 2 objects with the same order number to check our equal method. All right, so let's get to coding. Let's create the order. Oh, I already created order. And our order class needs 4 fields. So it's gonna be private string. I'll call it order number. It's a string because we may have digits and letters mixed in as an order number. And then we have private string customer name, and then private integer quantity, and private double. Let me see, what was that? The total price. So total. It's going to be double because the price of each item is $19.95, so we'll have decimal points of when we calculate the quantity times the price. Now the price is set, so it's a constant, double, and let's call it price, and it equals $19.95. All right, so let's do the constructor, which is obviously going to be public order, and we need 3 arguments, which is string. Oh, come on, string order number. These will be supplied by the customer, by the user, and string customer name, and finally integer quantity. All right, again, not the total, because that we will calculate from the quantity. And each of our fields need accessors, so let's do them. Public string order number, and get will simply return our order number, and our set our set will our order number will equal the value supplied. Okay, and the same with the for our customer name and then quantity. So public string customer name, and again get, we will return our private customer name, and we will set our customer name to the value supplied. Okay, and now we need quantity, so that's public, this time integer, and call it quantity, that's better. And again, simple get, return quantity, and let's set, they don't ask us to check, for, like, let's say if user enters negative number for quantity. So normally you would perform some kind of a input check in all of these, but in this case you'll simply return the values that the user supplies. So our quantity equals value. All right, now what else do we need? We need a total, but total will not be set, it will be just calculated directly. So public double total, and it's just get and the return, and this is our quantity property. Okay, we could pass, directly some we could make this a method, and the user would pass the values directly like that. But this is they don't want us to do that. They want us to do a property, which is better anyway, and times the price, which is a constant. So the user supplies quantity. We will get and set. The quantity will be set to our private variable and returned the private variable. So this will return our private variable quantity multiplied by the price. That's our total. Now, of course, in the constructor, we have to assign our properties to some values. So our order number property will equal order number argument, and our customer name property will equal customer name, this customer name, and our quantity property will equal the supplied quantity. And that's it. That's all, because our total again is calculated, so we can simply ask for to retrieve it directly from the property. Okay, so I think that's all for our order class, except we still need the equal, GetHashCode, and ToString. So all right, so you're gonna need the method public, and it will return boolean is, well, I want to call it equal. All right, so this will return whether it is equal, whether the orders are equal or not based on our order number. So this will actually need two arguments, which is going to be both the order number. So it's going to be string order 1 and string order 2. and we will return. Well, first we need to. Never mind. We can do it this way. If you see, I'm thinking like we can just compare these directly, or we could actually use our properties for each object, which probably would be better. So let me think. So all right, let's do it this way. If order 1 dot equals order 2, then return true. In other words, they are equal. Otherwise, simply return false. Okay, so I missed a bracket here. So if this is true, it will return true, obviously. If this is not true, this is all skipped, and it will simply return false. And what we are going to do to test it, in our main method, we will call, or we will pass the properties for each object to compare. Okay, so we need that GetHashCode method that returns the order number. Now, I don't know why we would do that, because the order number can be simply returned here. So I don't know why we need another method for that. I really don't understand why they would ask us to do that. And I will not do it. I will simply, the order number can be returned by simply calling the object's order number property. So I'm not gonna do that. But we will do the ToString method. So it's gonna be public, not cubic, but hey, public, not even that. That is public. All right, so public override string to string, and we will return. What do we return? We will return something formatted. So I'm gonna return string dot format, and okay. So what am I gonna return? They want us all the information about the order. So okay, so let's just do order number, and it will be the first placeholder, new line, and after that it will be, what was it again? Order number, customer name. So it's gonna be customer name, second placeholder, and then quantity ordered. So let's do a new line again, then quantity ordered, and it's going to be, I don't know if it's gonna be a number. You know what, I'll put it all in one line. I have the font really big just for the video, so it's not much fits in one line, but I'll do it in one line anyway. Quantity ordered, and we will have our placeholder again, this time number with no decimal, it's an integer, and another new line, and then we will have a total, and we'll enter the total, which is going to be currency. Okay, so these are our placeholders. So now we can to our properties. So it's gonna be our order number property. That's 0 placeholder, and then our quantity property, which is placeholder 1. After that is oh, I'm sorry, that's a customer name first. So customer name property. There you go. Now you have quantity, and then finally total. So that's going to be our total. Okay, I'm gonna make few objects just to test it quickly. So this one will be order 1 equals new order, and order number will be 123A. Our customer name will be Pavel, of course, that's me, and I will order 8 of them. Nah, let's make it 10. Okay, so these are my arguments I'm passing to the order constructor. And now let's just output order console dot write line, and we'll output our order 1. This will call, of course, the ToString method console dot read line, so I can pause the screen and let's see what we get. All right, it's taking a little longer, but it's coming. Almost there. There you go. All right, so order number is 123. You can see that's correct. 123A. Order customer name is Pavel. I ordered 10 of them, so I get 199.50 because 10 times 1950 is, 1995 is 199.50. So it seems like it's working. So now let's compare the objects. Now, if they are equal, I'm simply returning true. So I need another order. Still running it. So let's do variable order 2 now equals new order, and I will use the same order number but with different name, I said, and different quantities. Let's say 5. All right. Now, if order 1, if okay, oh, you know what? This we can make static because now we have to do is call if order dot equals, or is it equal? Equal. Of course it is equal because equals. If order equal, and I'll pass the 2 arguments, which is going to be our order 1 order number and order 2 order number. So if these are equal, if this is true, console dot read line, the order numbers are equal, else console dot read line, the order numbers are different. All right. So, or maybe not all right. Okay, what did I miss? No overload for read line. Did I miss a bracket or something? Yeah, no. So this is orders equal, order one, order two. That's a string, that's correct. What am I missing? Hmm. Oh, I'm reading the line instead of writing the line. Oh, duh. Oh, you gotta love these things. Okay, so let's see. If our we call in our equal method of our order class, which we made static, and pass in as arguments the order one number, which is taken from the property order number, and order two number, which again is taken from its order number property. Remember, each object has its own values. They have their own property values. So let's see. It should say they're equal because they are. All right, the order numbers are equal, and we still get our order number. In fact, let's also output the console dot write line the order two, and now it should get that they're equal and output all the values. So this is the second order, Peter 5. So 99.75, which is half of this, so that's correct. Now let's make it not equal. Let's make it lowercase a. Okay, let me just stop it first. Make it lowercase a. Come on, there. They should not be equal. They should be different. And now the order numbers are different indeed. Okay, so that's working. Like I said, we didn't get this as a method to return order number because I can get the order number simply by calling the order number property. So that method would make no sense. I don't know what that is all about. So let's recap. We created our order class and our total, hold on a second, our total is not used because we directly return the calculation. We don't see they ask us again to have a variable field total, but there's no need for that. I mean, I could, declare I have the total, and I could calculate and manipulate the private uh, variable, but there really is no need for that because it is all simply returned in the get of our total property. So again, we got our private variables, our constant for the price. We take in three of the variables from the user, and we'll assign them to our properties. Simple get and set, no input check at all, and we calculate the total. It doesn't have any set. It simply returns quantity times price, and the quantity again is a property. It's not this quantity. This quantity is returned from our property and assigned to it in a set method. All right, so we got the total. We got our public static equal method that simply compares whether the order numbers are the same and returns true if they are or false if they're not. And an override ToString method, which is simply formatted with order number, customer name, quantity ordered, and total. And each of them is displayed on a new line. Then we went to our main method and we instantiated two objects, order one and order two. We assigned the order number, customer name, and the quantity that are ordered. We compare the orders, and then we will output whether they are equal or different, and then we will output the rest of the for the each order, which consists of the order number, name, quantity, and the total uh, for the order. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and hope it helps you. I'll see you next time. Take care.